Today I want to talk about the Anti-Passion Playbook, why following your strengths beats following your heart. So here's the unpopular truth that no one wants to admit. Passion doesn't always pay the bills, but talent does. So I'm so excited to talk about this topic today because I don't know about you, but I hear from so many people, follow your passion, build a business doing something you love. When you do something you love, you never work another day in your life, which for me, and I think for many others, sometimes ends up falling flat and becomes a bunch of bullshit because we can't make money with what we're passionate about. So before you roll your eyes and say, but I love my passion project, please hear me out. It's not that passion isn't important. Actually, passion is super important to me. It's one of my mantras. I always say, be confident, be empathetic, and always have passion. So I love passion. It just needs to come at the right stage of your wealth building journey. If you're spending all of your time chasing a dream without a solid foundation, you're likely setting yourself up for stress, burnout, and an empty bank account, unfortunately. And then your passion doesn't feel so passionate, does it? The smarter path, maybe doubling down on your strengths, building wealth, and then fund your passion. So let's unpack this playbook step by step and take a peek. Let's take a strength strategy. Let's play where you're already winning. So let's find out, where are your strengths? Research shows that we're six times more likely to be engaged in our work and 3 times more likely to report a high quality of life when we use our strengths daily. So that came from Gallup. And instead of chasing something shiny, like that shiny object, something new, something trendy, first ask yourself, what am I naturally good at? If you are not sure, ask someone that is very close to you or someone that you work with, a colleague, a trusted friend. Another question is, what do people consistently come to you for? What are the things that, they set up a meeting or they reach out to you like, I need to pick your brain on this. Who are those people and what do they normally ask of you? And what feels almost effortless when you are doing a task, maybe something that might seem difficult to others, but it's just so flawless for you? So are there things that just really come easy to you? Maybe, investing or looking at, investment charts. Are there things maybe from a financial perspective, working with Excel, being able to make beautiful spreadsheets? Are there things like, even painting, being creative, having the right words sometimes when you're putting together marketing slogans? Just trying to think of some more work-related type of things, but there's some people that, it just comes to them and it's just flawless and effortless. What are those things for you that seem that way, but other people say, wow, you're like a genius, I could never do that? The key here is to master one lane. The most successful people, they don't spend a tremendous amount of time spreading themselves thin. They go all in on what they already know and what they're already good at. Steve Jobs famously said, focus is about saying no. So once again, the vitamin N, vitamin no, comes into play here. By doubling down on your strengths and ignoring your weaknesses, you will build the kind of expertise that people are willing to pay for. So you're focusing in deep, not broadly. What are those things that you can do? Stoic mindset is another area. So your emotions don't pay the bills, right? But patience does. So passion's an emotion, right? But wealth building, that's a long game. And it requires emotional discipline. How many times, whether you're in the stock market or maybe cryptocurrencies or some other, investments, you're looking for that quick hit, right? But sometimes it's playing the long game that's really going to win in the long run. So let's take a page out of Stoicism. You just need to stay calm. Stay calm under pressure and really focus and think through the situation. Focus on what you can control and play the long game instead of chasing short-term gratification. The best investors and the best entrepreneurs, they embrace this mindset. Warren Buffett didn't get rich overnight, right? It was decades and decades of sticking to the fundamentals and to avoiding those impulsive decisions. So when you feel like your heart is racing, you feel like that FOMO is coming in and you're missing out, that's the time to pause, breathe, and reflect and step back and really think through the situation and think, is this helping my long game or is this short-term satisfaction? Patience is the real superpower here. I'm not the most patient person. I get caught up sometimes in the energy, sometimes in the FOMO. I really have to stop myself. I really ask myself these questions. I do it all the time. Is it benefiting me the long term? What are the risks? What are the benefits? And I even write it down just so I can think through the situation in a focused and mature way instead of getting caught up in all the energy sometimes. So compound interest, it doesn't work unless you give it time to grow, right? A third area is time leverage. So it's the multiplier effect. Here's the simple truth. The earlier that you start leveraging your time, the bigger the payoff. Consider this. If you invest $500 a month, starting at age 25, maybe in a fund with a 7% return as for an example, you'll have over $1 million by the age of 65. Wait until you're 35 and you've had to invest $1,100 a month to hit that same target. So when you think about it, getting started early is always a benefit, but if you haven't started and you're thinking, I'm too late to start, it's never too late. You have to look at the years that you have left, not the years that you wasted. So get started right away. Building wealth isn't about grinding harder either. So it's about working smarter. It's about leveraging your time through long-term investments that grow while you sleep, delegating tasks that don't require your expertise. Not everything needs you. I know that's a tough one. Sometimes we get to be like control freaks where we want to be in control of everything that affects us, but sometimes that's not the best thing for our, for us and in our best interest. And focusing on high value activities that maximize your earning potential. So take a look at all of the things that you're doing. What are the things you can delegate that are not so important that someone else can do? What are the things that you should focus on that are going to bring in better earning potential for you? Number 4 is risk management. So we want to protect the downside. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's so true. Sometimes we get so excited about something that we go all in. It's classic advice, but it works. The wealthiest people diversify their portfolios, their income streams, and even their skill sets a lot of times. So here's what that looks like in action. When we look at portfolio diversification, spread your investments across different investment classes. So maybe some stocks, some bonds, some real estate, some cryptocurrency, gold, silver. Spread it around. What makes the most sense for you? And multiple streams of income. That always helps. So create several revenue sources, whether it's a side hustle, rental income, or maybe royalties, or you're doing some online business on the side, or consulting, or something of that sort. Look at different areas that you can bring in other sources of income. Then it doesn't stress and strain on your main source of income. If, per se, you are in a corporate environment and you're working a job, you never know when that job could go away or something happens at the company. So you want to be able to set yourself up for success. And you want to take calculated risks. Avoid gambling at all costs. I think that's the biggest addiction of all, is gambling, and the most hurtful. It can hurt your family, it hurts you personally, and it's just not worth it. But avoid gambling your entire future on a single passion project. So really step back and make smart decisions when it comes to your money and something that you're really passionate about. Sometimes going all in with everything you have, it's risky because you don't know what can happen to you, to your family, to your health. So make smart decisions. Statistically, 20% of small businesses, they fail in the first year, and nearly 50% by year 5. And that comes directly from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. So so although we think our ideas for our businesses are grand and exciting, we have to make sure that we have customers and clients that feel the same way, that can pay our bills, right? So by managing your risks, you protect yourself from becoming a statistic, and don't be part of the 20%. The smart path is building wealth first. Fund your passions later. And I know that sucks to hear for a lot of people because they want to go all in, they're really excited about something. But here's the wealth building formula simplified. Number 1, find your talent. So what's the skill or strength that you can use to generate real income? 2, you want to monetize it. Turn that strength into a scalable, repeatable income stream. Number 3 is build wealth. Take that money that you're making and invest it wisely. Make your money work for you. Save and let time do the heavy lifting, because some things do take time. They're not going to flip overnight like we would love them to. And fund your passions. Once you've got financial freedom, once you've gotten to a place with your investing or saving that you feel comfortable, then you pursue your passion without the pressure to make them profitable. And then you can enjoy it, because it's not all about the money, it's about the passion. And that's really what it should be. I see so many people getting into new businesses or passion projects, and it's all about, I don't know, making money, being a millionaire. It's not about the passion itself. So let's not fool ourselves. What are we really in this for? Are we in this for the money, or are we in this for this deep passion that we have, right? So really think about that too. So passion without wealth is a risky situation. And why so? So when we break it down, passion is emotional. Talent is strategic. Passion drains your savings. Talent builds real wealth. Passion isn't scalable, but strengths often are. So by chasing your strengths first, you create a safety net that allows you to follow your heart later without sacrificing financial security. So instead of following your passion, let's try this. Follow your strengths, build your wealth, fund your passions, and live your dreams. This gives you the opportunity to make money today on the things that you're really good at, and really plan your passion. Have the time to work on it. Work on it a little bit at a time on a side. But it's not something you have to go all in on right from the get-go. And it gives you time to build up some savings and to really figure out, is that really my passion? Is that the right road I want to go? Because at the end of the day, the goal isn't to survive doing what you love. It's to thrive while doing it. So what natural talents do you have that you've been ignoring while you're chasing your passion project? Or have you been in a situation that you've chased your passion project or started a business that was your passion project and it wasn't so passionate in the end, right? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. We're all learning here. Failure is learning. So don't ever be afraid to try something. Don't ever be afraid to fail because it's a learning experience. But it's easier to learn when we are in a stronger and more consistent financial path than to learn when we're not. So I hope this content was valuable. Please consider subscribing, and we'll see you on the next video.